Hey guys, welcome to Coding Clown. I am Tarun Chawla. Today we are going to talk about operators and operands. Now, what are operator and operands? We will get an explanation within a minute. Operators perform operation on operands. Different operators perform different types of operations. Now, what are operands? Like in expression 2 plus 3. 2 and 3 are operands and plus is operator, which is performing addition operation on 2 and 3. So here are different types of operators in Python. I have listed here. You can read it from the notes. Now first of all we have arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are same as mathematical operators, like plus is used for addition, minus is for subtraction, this is for division. This gives a floating point division answer, and this is for integer division. It gives integer value and eliminates the decimal value after the decimal. I will show you example. This gives the remainder. Now if we divide 5 by 3, we will get remainder 2. You can do it at your own. We have power operator. It gives the power. Now 2 power 3 is 8. We also have multiplication. These arithmetic operators are same as mathematical operations which we do from since our childhood. Now I am going to create a file and show these as an example, like print 2 plus 3. Let me make some comments. Arithmetic operators. Okay. Print 2 plus 3. Print 2 into 3. Print 2 minus 3. Now if you give some space between them, it will not cause an error, but it will increase your readability of the code, as it seems some neat and clean. 2 divided by 3. Now if I write print 2 floor divided by 3, this is going to give me an integer value. Print 2 power 4. Now I think so I have completed all arithmetic operators. Now you can see the answer here. 5, 2 plus 3, 5, 6, 1. Same thing we can do with variables, like if I store 2 in x and 3 in y and replace all these by like x, and I did it by pressing alter. Press alter button and select the cursor where you want to place it. It will select multi cursors. You can see this magic. This is the benefits of using VS Code. Look, same output. Here the output is. Now I am going to show you. Now there are assignment operator. Assignment operators are used to assign the values or expressions to the variable, like is equal to operator, as I used here. Equals to operator, x equals to 2. I am assigning the value 2 to x. This is done by using assignment operator, and equals to is assignment operator. Here is the catch. I can do different kinds of things, like x equals to x plus 2, x plus 3. If I print the value of x, now it will be 13. No, it will be 5. It will be 5, like 5. And this is same as if I do x plus. Now I add a comment here. I have mentioned all things in notes. You don't need anything from like code. X plus 3 is same as x plus equals to 3. Now you can see this. It will still print 5. Let me clear the output screen. Now it seems quite clear. Same I can do with minus. Now it will print minus 1 as x is 2, like okay. We can also do it with this division operator. You can see this here all the assignment operators. You can try it with all arithmetic operator, it works. Like if I do power operator, it will return 2 power 3 is 8. You can see that. Now we will move to next operators. There are relational operators. These operators give relationship between two variables. Like if there is x equals to 2 and y equals to 3. If I print x is greater than y, x is 2 and y is 3, it is a false. So it will return me a false, a boolean value, and it gives a relation between x and y. You can see that it returns false. It have relational operators return only two values, true and false. If I do it opposite, x is less than y, x is 2 and 3, 2 is less than 3, it will return true. You're gonna see that it is returning true. Now if I do x less than equal to 3, if I put 2 here, you can see it will also return true, as 2 is less than equal to 2. It is a true condition. Same with if I do greater than equal to, it will also return true, as 2 is greater than equal to 2. But if I remove equals to sign, then it will return false, as 2 is not greater than 2. Now it has equals to equal to, it means both the values are same, x is equal to y. You can see it will return true. If I put here 3, now it will return false, as 2 is not equal to 3 in any sense. But if I put there is an operator not equals to, it is a not equals to operator. This is the font. It will not show in your VS Code like that. I have chosen the theme of my font, that's why it's showing like that. Now you can see it will return true, because 2 is not equals to 3. That's why it is returning true. Now it's all about the relational operators. Now we have logical operators. Logical operators are used to form more complex expressions. Like if I want to print there is x equals to 2. Now print if like x is less than 2 and x is greater than 3. Now it will check x is less than 2, which is false. It will return false. Now these are short circuit operators. Now AND operators return true if and only if both the conditions are true. If the first condition returns false, AND operator is not going to check this condition. This is the meaning of short circuit operators. If this condition evaluates false, that means the whole condition is going to be false, because AND operator only evaluate true if all the conditions are true. But it found first condition false, that's why it will return false after just checking the first condition. If this condition returns true, then it will check the next condition. If this condition is false, this is going to return false. Like you can see. I am going to have an indentation error. Now you can see x is greater than all of these values, so it will return false. It will going to return true, my bad. Okay, as you can see, it is returning true. If I put 8 here, now x is greater than y, x is greater than z, but x is not greater than c. So it will return false, as you can see. But in case of OR, if one condition is true, then it will return true. Like these two are true at that moment, but it is false. But our OR operator is going to return us true. Like it is true. If I increase the value of z to 9, then only this condition is true. but our OR will return us true. As one condition is true, it was going to return true. But if I put 9 here, now all the conditions are false, so OR is going to return us false. Here you can see it is false. Now we have OR operator. Now you can see this whole condition is false. This whole expression evaluate to false. Now if I put not next to it, it will return true. False not equals to true. Oh my bad. Sorry, I selected the code. Now you can see it is true. This is all about the logical operators. Please try different kinds of combination with these logical operators. You will find it interesting. Python also membership operators. Membership operator is operator. It will return whether a sequence is member of other sequence, like print. Membership operators is in operators. My bad. In operator. Like if I do ll in hello. Now ll string is part of hello. Yes, there we have ll. It is going to return us true. As you can true. Let me clear some cluster. Now nice. It feels bad when things are clustered here and there. Now if I do LAL, now there is no AL in hello, SL in hello. You can check, there is no SL. So it is going to give me false. You can see that it is going to give me false. It is membership operator, and we can also use not here. Not in SL is not in hello. We can say not in hello. Yes, it's true. There is no SL in hello. So it will return true. Oh man, I again selected the code. I am going to get an error. Delete it. Sorry, my bad. Like you can see, we are going true here. Now we also have identity operator. It checks whether both variables or objects have same identity or not. Like a equals to 5 and b equals to a. Now both are pointing to same object, so both should have the same identity, as I mentioned in my identity function video. So let's check it. A is b. I going to get true if I am not too bad here. Yeah, I am getting true here. So if I put 5, then I also going to get true, because both are pointing to object 5 or value 5 in memory. Now if I put floating point value, both have the different type value, so both will have a different identity, so it will return false. Like you can see false. Now this is all about the operators. I have made all these notes. You can read it from and do experimentation, do active learning. Try these things at your own. Try different kinds of combination with logical circuits and do these kinds of operation with different kinds of numbers. You will have a great understanding. If you don't do these things along with the video, you're going to forget this in within 2 to 3 days. I had remembered this because I had a lot of practice in this. So do a lot of practice. Enjoy doing code in it. You will find things really easy, and you will understand more fastly if you do write code at your own. I will see you next video. Bye bye. I hope you like this tutorial.